Hey guys! Today we have the one and only Lamborghini Urus. Starting off on the front end here, I absolutely love the design of this Urus. It is Lamborghini's very first SUV and they have made it look just as aggressive as their regular cars. It is just so sharp, so edgy for an SUV. Like, you really don't see anything like it on the road. And that's what Lamborghini was trying to come off as. First off, we do have our really nice running lights right here that are in the shape of a Y, just like the Huracan and things like that, but just more long to fit the SUV body, and they look super awesome. We do have our big Lamborghini badge right in the middle. Under that, we have this huge camera right in the front, along with our hexagon grille. And we have these other little grills over here on the side. They kind of look like a basketball championship kind of bracket or something. First off, how you open the hood is in the driver's footwell. There's like a little latch. You just pull it towards you. It will pop up. And then there's a little latch right in the middle. You just push it to the left. And this huge hood goes up on the struts for you. And one really cool thing is this little latch here is actually a hexagon. Of course, Lamborghini hit another one for you. But this is the motor to the Urus. It almost looks like a rib cage or something right here on the front. I think that's kind of funny. But this is a 4-liter twin-turbo V8, making 640 horsepower with a top speed of 190 miles per hour in your grocery getter, and 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, and the Urus is all-wheel drive. And one thing I noticed when I opened this hood is that your coolant container almost looks like a little pack of grapes or something. And then next to that is like this kind of triple ball design of some sort. I don't know what the heck is in there, but Lamborghini sure loves their weird shapes. These are 23-inch rims with the biggest carbon ceramics to ever be on a production car. Like, look how big those brakes are. It is a ton of stopping power for this mommy mobile, okay? And as we come down, we do have our mirrors that fold in normally, unlike a Huracan. And we have the turn signal right on the side, and the mirrors are shaped like a hexagon. Go you, Lamborghini. And you can see that Huracan that I have reviewed on my channel, so make sure you go check that out. And as we just look down this way to the rear, I love how it just gets wider in the back. It is just so aggressive, so sharp. It just has like a sharp kind of cut into the rear end, which is my favorite part of this whole car. So let's jump back there now. But Lamborghini might have missed one mark on this car, and that would be to make the gas cap a hexagon. Why is it just a normal square? And like I said, just look how good this rear end looks. It is seriously so menacing, especially for an SUV, which you think to just be kind of bubbly and cute. But Lamborghini was like, no, let's make it aggressive. And that's kind of what they did here in the whole rear end section. They kind of made it more sloped instead of like a regular kind of circular kind of SUV hatchback area. Under that, we do have Lamborghini written across the back. And next to those, we have our awesome Y-shaped taillights to match the front headlights. And I mean, I love the like kind of crisp, thick design of the taillights. I just love this car so much. Underneath that, we have our license plate and our backup camera. And then this just really cool hexagonal kind of diffuser area. This thing is absolutely sick, and I could totally see myself whipping this. And maybe, if you subscribe to this really cool girl right here, you might see her pick one up in the future. Now jumping into the trunk space, and how to get in here is you can hit the button on your key here, or you can just open it up right here next to your backup camera. You just press the little button, auto opens for you. And I mean, for as big as this car is, I feel like the trunk space honestly matches. It seems like you could put a whole bunch back here, and it is very wide on the sides. On this left-hand side here is something really cool. The top button is for you to lower your tailgate height so that you can put something in there that might be heavy or big, which is super, super cool. Underneath that, you have like this kind of little cubby to the side that has a 12 volt in it. And then we have these little lights up at the top that are like these crisp little sharp LEDs. Usually you just see like a little plasticky one back here, but these lights are super cool. And if I get down into this extra space underneath the floor, you just push up this little lever, you lift it up, and this is your like tire repair kit, which just takes up this whole bottom space. But a little Easter egg is Lamborghini has put your paint color right here in this bottom trunk space, just to remind you what paint color you have. Now I'm gonna lay these seats down and show you the rest of the cargo area. And to lay down the seats, you don't have like an automatic seat button back here or the little handles up at the top. There's actually a lever on each side, so on the left and the right side of the back seats, and you just pull it up. They will kind of go like halfway down, and if you want them fully down, then you press them in to the bottom of the seats and they will lock, and this is what that looks like. You get a ton of space back here when those seats are fully laid down compared to when they're not. Even when they aren't, you still get a lot of space, but I think I can fit in here pretty well. So, yep, you can take a nap in your Urus, nice and comfortable. And now to hop into the interior. But first, this is how you close your trunk here. And if you want to close and lock it, there's a little lock button there too. Now let's get into the inside. Before we hop inside, this is the key that you get to your Urus. It is very lightweight and honestly small and kind of thin. It just says Lamborghini on the back of it in this like kind of just black plastic. And then it has your lock button, your trunk button, and your unlock button. And then down here is a little Lamborghini badge. And as we hop inside, these are borderless windows, which you don't see too often on cars. Like I've only ever seen them on Teslas or things like that. But I mean, just look at the entrance to this interior. This is like nothing I've ever seen before. And they even welcome you with Lamborghini right there on the door sill, all lit up. So let me show you the whole tour of the inside of this thing.
Before this video gets started, I need you to go check out me in my links in the description below. I love checking out cars on the side, but I post all my best content in the links down below.
And one other thing I noticed before hopping in here is the speaker covers have the same kind of Y design as the front headlights and tail lights on them. There's little Ys and little hexagons all over this car, just like other models of Lamborghini. So I thought that was a really cool touch. But overall, first impressions of this interior, like I said, is just so cool. Like Lamborghini really killed it when it came to their SUV design. It is edgy, it's sporty, it is so sharp and cool. Like, people just make such boring SUVs these days, but the Urus is totally the exception to that. Like, look at this whole huge middle screen thing with all these little things in between, and like this whole mechanism, this is literally like your gear selector and all these different things. Like this one controls all your drive modes. This is your actual gear selector, so you can pull that and you go in reverse. And then over here is where you control your drive settings, so like softer chassis or harder steering or suspension or things like that. And to put this car into drive, you just hit up on the paddle shifter and it will put you in drive. There is no D button in here. And I mean, everything just feels super good. Materials are nice. You are still getting a Lamborghini. So everything is like leather wrapped and it has this nice brushed material, and I love the stitching. It's just awesome in here. I don't feel like anything is cheap at all. Like they really have revamped everything within this car. And even to the point of hexagons on the seat and the hexagon little cup holders here. Like it's just the little things that matter so much. It's like it is super, super nice in here. And one quick thing is whenever you change your drive modes, it does change in your gauge cluster. So right now I'm in the Strata, just the regular street mode. And if I go down, it makes it a little orange in there into the sport mode. Corsa is obviously a little more extra sporty with just your RPMs and things like that. And Neve right there, it just shows kind of like your whole car and like your pitch and things like that. And then you press it once again and it will put you back into street mode. And as we jump into these few screens here, this one down here is mainly your climate control screen with just a few other settings along the top. But this screen is your main infotainment. So everything, of course, is in the shape of a hexagon. We have just a few things: radio, media, some Bluetooth connection, Urus. So you can see your vehicle information, go to air conditioning, driver assistance, things like that. If we go back home, just settings, things like that. Just a little bit of connectivity in this, which is something I really like that anybody can use. Is just a really simple infotainment, and the screens are really, really crisp and super responsive. So, I mean, I think literally everything they did in this car, they did it absolutely right. And I love all the customization options that Lamborghini gives the customer. Like, this could have been anything. I absolutely love the red on the seats. I love how they hug you. They're so comfortable and like soft. I mean, man, I'm speechless. I really, really love this car. And even this gauge cluster, like, it is super clean. I love how it looks super sporty and just like a Huracan almost, especially the Evo, since they're about the same year. Like, I feel like a bunch of that stuff is in this SUV. And it's a fun SUV. And now I'm gonna show you the back seats. And as we hop into the back seats here, once again, you are greeted with Lamborghini in the door sills. That's all lit up and cute. But there is a ton of space in these back seats as well. Like, my legs are almost fully extended and I'm hardly even touching the driver's seat. Like, there's a ton of foot space, even head space. Like, you could easily fit 3 grown adults back here very comfortably, and the back seats are just as comfortable as the front seats, and they did not skimp out on the stitching on the headrest and things like that. They are still the same very nice materials. If we get into this middle center console here, we have our hexagonal shape vent thing right there. And then we have this whole screen for your AC controls that is a touchscreen. So that's super, super nice, where the back seat passengers get to control that. Underneath that, you have these 12 volts that kind of pop out at you. They're like in a little mechanism here. And then we have our middle center armrest. Nice and comfortable, big enough for 2 people. And if you press this button, your little tiny cup holders pop out. They're so small. I don't think you could even fit a water bottle in there, to be honest. So I don't know what you're putting in there, but it's a nice armrest at least. And then right here on the sides are a couple more vents, and then some lights right here in the middle that are like just nice. Better than your average backseat light. I mean, other than that, this is it. Like, the moonroof kind of comes a little bit halfway back, but not all the way back. But the space back here is just tremendous. Like, this is a huge SUV, and Lamborghini, like I said, just went all out with this one. And if you're even watching this review to buy this car, you don't even care about the price, I am sure. But I'll tell you anyways. The MSRP on the Urus was around $200,000 before options, and today you can grab them for about $170,000. Now for my 3 favorite features. 1 has to be just the space inside of the vehicle. It really doesn't look that big on the outside, but when you get in there, there is a ton of footroom, ton of headroom. Like, there's just so much room for activities in this type of car. 2 has to be the gear selector. I've never seen a whole mechanism like that, and it is just completely different from any other SUV on the market. 3 has to be the little Lamborghinis lit up on your door sills so that you can just flex to everybody that gets inside of your Lamborghini Urus that you have this kind of car. For my Riley ranking, It's gonna be a high one. I really want this car personally, and I just think it is super, super cool. So I'm gonna go like a 9.7. The one downside is it is a gas guzzler just like any other Lamborghini, but it kind of comes with the car. So that's the only really thing, but this would fit me so well. It is so roomy. I love an SUV, and it is super comfortable yet sporty at the same time. And thanks so much to Tampa Auto Gallery for letting me review this Lamborghini Urus for you guys. They have an extensive collection of exotics and luxury cars, so make sure to check out their inventory. And if you thought this car was cool, you've got to go check out the others that I have reviewed. It is just wow. It is just underneath the, and how do I start it? Oh, you're overthinking it. It's hot. I'm burning up. If we get into this really get in. No, I don't know how to describe that. Going over here and doing a mic test. Hopefully it works.